Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Today we've got a brand new story to share with you. So let's begin. I remember the first time I saw Lisa. Feels like a lifetime ago. Some forgettable party, cheap beer, loud music. She had this laugh that cut through the noise. Stood out. Didn't just walk, she moved. And the way she looked at me. A quick glance across the room, but it hooked something deep inside. I wasn't shy back then. Walked right over. "Mike," I said, sticking out a hand. She smiled, a little cynically maybe even then. "Lisa, nice to meet you, Mike." We talked for hours. About the plumbing business Dave and I were killing ourselves to build. About her dead-end marketing job. She listened, really listened, and I was sunk. By the end of the night, asking her out wasn't a choice, it was gravity. "Dinner sometime?" I asked, trying to sound casual as she grabbed her coat. She gave a little tilt of her head, pretending to mull it over. "Maybe, if you play your cards right." We fell into dating. Felt easy, right? Lisa was sharp, funny, made everything feel brighter. Road trips in my beat-up truck, Sundays melting away on the couch. A year later, I asked her to marry me. She said yes like she'd been expecting it. The wedding was small. Dave stood next to me, grinning like an idiot while I butchered the vows. Life settled. We bought a small house, nothing fancy. I worked, she worked. Comfortable. Then, 2 years in, Emily arrived. Holding that tiny thing, impossibly small in my arms. That was the first time life felt truly real. Solid. Like I finally had something worth protecting. Lisa picked the name. "Emily?" I'd asked. She nodded, tracing the baby's fine hair. "Always liked it." I didn't argue. I was just happy. A dad. A husband. Building something. Life rolled on. The business grew. Emily grew, smart kid. Quick with a smile, same laugh as her mom. Coming home to her yelling, "Daddy!" and launching herself at my legs was the best part of any day. Lisa and I had friction, sure. What couple doesn't? But I never doubted us. Never thought the foundation wasn't solid. I thought we were happy. Turns out I was just stupid. 4 years married. That's when the floor fell out. Lisa was cheating. Not a fling, not a mistake. Something else entirely. Started with a feeling. A wrongness I couldn't pin down. She was going out more. Vague answers about where. Taking sudden care with her appearance for errands that never seemed to end. I hated the man I became almost overnight. Suspicious, watchful. Trust? That died quickly, quietly, replaced by a sick knot in my gut. One evening, I saw her get into a car. Not hers. Driven by some guy. A coldness washed over me. I followed, keeping my distance, heart pounding a sick rhythm against my ribs. They drove through town, heading towards my street. Our street. I parked down the block, engine off, watching them walk up to my front door. My door. Laughing. Her hand on his arm. They went inside. My mind was a blank roar. I needed to be wrong. Please God, let me be wrong. Muscle memory took over. Out of the truck, legs numb. Around the back, quiet as I could be. The back door clicked open. Silence wasn't needed. I could hear them. Her sounds. Sounds I knew. My hands shook as I pulled out my phone, fumbling with the camera. Proof. I needed proof. She'd twist anything else, talk her way out of it. I'd seen her do it. Steeling myself, heart like a stone in my chest. I moved towards the bedroom door. And there he was, Mark, her boss, riding her over the back of our sofa. The phone felt heavy, an alien thing in my hand as I hit record. Got maybe a minute of video, snapped a few pictures. The shaking stopped, replaced by ice. I stepped into the room. Lisa's moans choked off. Mark twisted around, eyes wide, just as my fist connected with his face. The crack echoed in the sudden silence. "You son of a bitch!" He barely got the words out before I hit him again. He swung back weakly, but rage is its own kind of strength. My knuckles found his jaw, his ribs. A sickening thud with each blow. He crumpled, groaning, blood blooming from his nose. I didn't stop, didn't want to, just the rhythm of impact. His face turning from pale to red, then swelling purple. "Mike, stop. Please." Lisa shrieked, scrambling for a sheet. I ignored her, reached down, yanked Mark's wallet from his pants lying on the floor, flipped it open. Mark. Yeah, figures. Saw his phone nearby, grabbed it, scrolled contacts. Wife wasn't hard to find. My thumb hovered, then pressed call. A woman answered after 2 rings. "Mark? Where are you?" I took a breath, forced my voice steady, cold. "Your husband's at my house," I said, screwing my wife. Silence. Then a sharp, broken inhale. "What?" A scream tore through the phone. "You heard me. Come pick up your trash if you want him." More screaming. I ended the call, tossed the phone beside him. Lisa was frozen on the edge of the bed, clutching the sheet, eyes wide with terror. "Mike!" She started. Couldn't hear her voice. Didn't want to. Minutes later, the front door slammed open. Mark's wife stormed in, heels clicking like gunshots on the hardwood. Fury radiated off her. And she wasn't alone. A man in a suit lawyer followed close behind. She barely glanced at me, zeroed in on Mark. "Get up." Her voice was pure venom. She grabbed his arm, hauled him upright. He groaned, blood smearing her hand. Disgust twisted her face. She turned to me, curt nod. "Filing for divorce." "Good," I muttered. She dragged Mark out like garbage. Door slammed again. Silence. Thick, suffocating. I turned back to Lisa, still huddled, still clutching that sheet. "How long?" My voice was low, dangerous. She swallowed, wouldn't meet my eyes. 6 years. 6 years. Longer than we'd been married. The ground beneath me felt like sand. A laugh escaped me, bitter and sharp. "So, before we even got married?" A tiny nod. I still down. Jaw tight. I ground out. "Then why the hell did you marry me?" She sighed. A tired, dismissive sound. "Because Mark was already married, Mike. I needed this. A husband. A life. So I was a prop. A cover story. Convenience." The coldness solidified in my chest, hard and sharp. "Get your clothes," I said, voice flat. "Get out." She blinked, lips parting. "Mike! Out!" I snapped. She flinched, then finally moved, pulled a suitcase from the closet, started throwing clothes in, careless. I watched, numb and rigid. An hour later, she stood by the door, Emily asleep on her hip, bag at her feet. Her expression was unervingly calm. "You're making a mistake, Mike," she said, almost conversationally. I raised an eyebrow. "Marrying you was the mistake." A small, cruel smirk touched her lips. "No, you'll be the one leaving. I'll be back here. You'll be on the street." I crossed my arms. "You think so?" "I know so." The smirk widened. "File for divorce. Watch me take this house. Watch me take your business. You'll be paying me forever." Disgust churned in my gut. "You're delusional." She tilted her head. "And I'll keep screwing Mark, just to make sure you know." My jaw ached from clenching. "Good luck with that." She turned, walked out, slammed the door. I finally breathed, long and shaky. Gone. But the nightmare was just starting. Next morning, pounding on the door. 2 cops. "Mike Reed." "Yeah." One held up a paper. "Restraining order. Filed by Lisa Reed. You need to leave the premises." My stomach plummeted. "What?" "She claims assault, says she has nowhere else to go. This is the marital home. You have to leave." "Kicking me out?" "Of my own house." "Sir, don't make this difficult." I packed a bag, mind reeling. She'd done it. Played the system perfectly. I was homeless. My lawyer, Daniels, confirmed it. She wasn't bluffing, Mike. If she files first, claims homelessness, the court often grants temporary residence. "And the business?" I asked, dread coiling inside. He hesitated. "Marital asset. Even though you started it before, you maintained it during. She can argue for half." Unbelievable. A hollow laugh escaped me. "Listen." Daniels leaned forward. "If you want to protect anything, act now. Sell your share before the divorce process really locks things down. An idea sparked in the wreckage. Sell it. To Dave. Met him at our usual Greasy Spoon diner that night. You look like hammered shit, Mike, Dave said, nursing his coffee. Feel like it. Listen, I need to sell you my half of the business. He blinked. What? Why? Need it out of my name before Lisa gets her hooks in it. Sell it to you for $200. Dave choked on his coffee. $200? Mike, that's insane. Don't care, I said firmly. Just need it gone. So when they look at my finances, there's nothing left for her. He studied me, saw the desperation. Sighed. All right, if you're sure. Paperwork signed an hour later. Half my life's work, gone on paper. Felt strangely freeing. Went straight to the bank. Paid off every outstanding business loan linked to me using my personal savings. Watched the balance drain. $50. That was it. $50 to my name. Starting over wasn't just a phrase anymore. Filed for divorce the next day. Weeks blurred. Then a text from Mark, an old mutual friend. Dude, Mark's wife kicked him out too. Divorce. A grim smile touched my lips. Justice, maybe. Then the follow-up. Bro, he's living at your place. With Lisa. Red flashed behind my eyes. Called Daniels immediately. Serve her today. And put in there, I pay child support only if a DNA test proves Emily's mine. Daniels sighed. You sure about that road, Mike? She lied about everything else. I need to know. Lisa called hours later, spitting venom. You absolute bastard. Wasn't enough getting Mark kicked out? Now divorce papers with that crap in them. I almost smiled. Thought you'd be expecting this. Expecting it? Yes. Demanding a DNA test? You're disgusting. I have a right to know. I warned you, she hissed. You won't win. Click. She lawyered up, fought everything. Wanted the house, the non-existent business money, everything. Pushed for a court hearing. Fine by me. In court, her lawyer painted me as a monster abandoning his child. Daniels fought back, but the judge wasn't happy about my refusal to pay bills on the house she was living in with him. Ruled against me. Mr. Reed, you will provide financial support for the mortgage and household bills. Lisa smirked. I kept my face blank. Walked out knowing I wouldn't pay a cent. Weeks later, back in court. Judge looked pissed. Mr. Reed, you were ordered to pay support. You haven't. Explain. I stood tall. Your Honor, my wife had an affair for 6 years. The man she had the affair with is now living in my house. As for child support, I let my gaze drift to Lisa, who sat there, utterly unmoved. I won't pay for a child that isn't mine. She didn't even flinch. She knew. The bitch knew all along. The judge was curt. These matters will be addressed. The order stands. Pay by 6 p.m. today, or face 30 days in jail for contempt. I nodded. Yes, Your Honor. Walked out smiling. Like hell I was paying. Next morning, cops at the door again. Handcuffs, processing, cell block. Honestly, it wasn't bad. 30 days. Free food, roof over my head, interesting company. And best of all, not a penny went to Lisa. Walked out 30 days later feeling weirdly refreshed. Daniels was waiting, looking stressed. New court date. Her lawyer wants to settle. Not settling, I said flatly. Not without the DNA results. Weeks of legal back and forth. Every mention of money I shut down. Finally, Lisa snapped in court. You know what? Fine. She stood up, exasperated. No DNA test needed. Emily isn't his daughter. The courtroom went dead silent. Judge looked stunned. Lisa crossed her arms, face tight with irritation. There. Happy, Mike? She's not yours. Something twisted inside me, a hollow ache, but I leaned back, letting a slow smirk spread. Good. Glad that's cleared up. Her lawyer tried to pivot. Now, Your Honor, regarding spousal support. I leaned towards Daniels. Tell him I'm too hurt to think straight. He nodded, stood. Your Honor, my client has suffered significant emotional distress. He's not in a state to discuss finances. We request a continuance. The judge studied me, sighed. Fine. Court reconvenes in 2 months. Gavel bang. I stretched, elaborate, like I'd won the lottery. 2 more months. No payments. Lisa looked murderous. In the hallway, she hissed, "You smug asshole. Think this is funny? Hilarious, actually. You're just dragging this out." I shrugged. Thought I was too hurt to think straight? That's what the judge said. Her jaw clenched, but she couldn't explode there. I chuckled. "See you in 2 months, sweetheart." My plan? Bleed her dry. Drag it out until she broke. She and Mark were jobless. Yeah, I'd made an anonymous call to her HR. Forwarded that little video I took. They were barely scraping by. 2 months later, back in court. Judge asks why I haven't paid the ordered support from before the paternity reveal. "Your Honor," I said, earnest. "I have no job. Just got out of jail. With these false accusations of violence Lisa made, nobody will hire me. How can I pay?" My gaze flickered towards Lisa. Maybe if she told the press I'm not violent, cleared my name, then I could get work. Silence. The judge looked at Lisa. "Do you agree to retract those allegations? Withdraw the restraining order?" Lisa hesitated, then nodded slowly. "Yes, I'll drop the charges and the order." Judge nodded. "Mr. Reed, you have 3 months to find employment and begin addressing any valid financial obligations. 3 more months. Free and clear." I was already working, of course. Back at the plumbing business with Dave. He paid me cash, enough for food and a cheap room he helped me find. The rest went into a hidden account. Lisa wouldn't see another dime. Not long after, Lisa called. Voice flat. Dead. "Mike, I don't need spousal support." Clipped. Robotic. "Keep your money. I'll keep the house. Handle the mortgage myself." I paused. Wasn't expecting that. Relief washed over me, cold and clean. "You want the house? Fine by me. The remaining assets," she continued, "all business. Split 80/20ths. My favor." I laughed. "Getting the short end, huh? You get out clean," she snapped. "No alimony. Mortgage is my problem now." Leaned back, smiling faintly. "No payments. No house anchor. Freedom." "All right, Lisa. Deal." Divorce finalized quickly after that. Simple. Clean. Business safe. No child support. No alimony. Free. The loose ends, well, made a few connections inside. Guys who owed favors, guys who understood payback. Met up with a couple of them after I got out. Told them the story. The lies, the court, the house, the whole damn thing. They listened. Nodded. Said they'd help if I needed it. About a week later, I went to a party with Dave. Got good and drunk. Laughed for the first time in months. Had photos, witnesses. Solid alibi for the whole night. Funny thing, though. Heard later that Mark ran into some trouble that same evening. Parking lot behind some bar. Got roughed up pretty bad. Broken ribs, I heard. And something else. Delicate. Shame. Cops came by the next morning. "Where were you last night, Mike?" Showed them the pictures. Told them about the party. "Heard Mark got jumped?" I asked, all innocence. Terrible. They asked if Lisa suspected me. I chuckled. Wish I'd been there, honestly. But nope. Busy having fun. They left. Never heard from them again. Life started to find a new rhythm. Quieter. Sharper around the edges. Started seeing someone. Amy. Teacher. Smart, kind, no drama. Feels okay. Easy even, which is strange. We talk. We laugh. No games. It's good. Life is moving forward. That'll have to be good enough for now. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this story. Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more intense tales. See you in the next one.